This is Roger with Crosscut in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this Excursion. It is a 2004 Ford Excursion. It's a 6.0 turbo diesel. It's four-wheel drive. It's an XLT, which is cloth. Has a third seat and rear air conditioning. Has low miles for an 04. It's 160,590. It was a trade-in to CarMax in Roseville, California, and I know exactly why they had to sell it. It's because their emission laws, dealers in California are not allowed to sell certain vehicles of certain ages that are diesel, and I think this one's too old for them to sell, so they had to get rid of it. I'll bet this absolutely killed the GM of that dealership to not be able to sell this on their place. Anyway, we brought it here to Tucson. It had a leaky oil cooler, which is normal. When they have a leaky oil cooler, we always do a brand new Ford oil cooler and a bulletproof EGR cooler. Along with that, this had a loose shifter on the column, so it had to get a shift tube and a bushing. On top of that, obviously there's an oil change with filter, and there's coolant is new. We did a serpentine belt. We did both valve cover gaskets. The coolant tank is new, IPR is new, oil sender is new, and the oil switch is new. We also did steering dampers. The steering shocks on this. So that's what got done. All right, then we sent it to detail. All we can say about this vehicle that's negative is it definitely needs tires. We don't do tires because they're really personal preference. I would pick out road tires because I like a nice ride. You might pick out something more all-terrain than what's on it. Who knows? Anyway, that's up to you. So I'm going to walk around this Excursion. I will show you anything I see cosmetically that's not perfect. I will point at. Obviously, it's black and it's an 04, so it's not going to be perfect. Aftermarket grill that somebody has. Looks like they've done some rhino liner on it or something. Looks all right. Obviously, I don't think anyone's buying this for the appearances. If you are, it wouldn't be too hard to make it perfect, really, but I don't think anybody's going to do that. There's a little ding on the top of this little side marker here. Anyway, the point of these videos isn't to sell the vehicle. It's to make sure that whoever buys it knows everything that we know. There will be no secrets. There will be no wondering if you know what we know. That's how we roll. I take all these vehicles, especially when we take them to Monsoon to get all this work done with the EGR coolers and stuff. Usually there's oil everywhere, so I put them in the air before and after and pressure spray them, but know that there's still probably going to be a little bit of that for a little while, just because it's a sloppy mess. And steam the top of the motor, then steam and pressure spray it underneath and the whole bit. It takes a little while for all that to go away. That's 18 years. It doesn't go away that quickly. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. So anyway, but we get a good view of it when we're underneath it twice, and it looks great. So anyway, here we go. Here's the Monsoon invoice. There's your VIN. All this stuff will be in the ad. You can click on it. Lube and oil change, engine oil cooler and EGR cooler, shift bushing and for a loose shifter. That includes the shift tube. Steering service, blah, blah, blah. Valve cover gaskets, new coolant, serpentine belt. All the parts are scanned in. You'll be able to see them all. O-rings, valve cover set, shift tube and coolant, steering damper, which is the shock. This is the, what is this? The IPR. Serpentine belt. And this is the oil cooler that I bought myself and brought over to Monsoon. They buy most of the parts and I pay them back, but not the oil coolers. So that's that. Then you've got the Excursion Carfax. There's your VIN. Accident report at 7/4 of 18. I don't see any evidence of bodywork or paintwork, which I'm an expert at looking for. There's a little ding on the side. I'll show you in a second when we walk onto the driver's side. I think that's what it is. I can see why they didn't fix it. It would be not worth the money. None of No major tidal problems. None of these major tidal problems were reported, so that's good. Obviously, it's a low mile vehicle. For an 04, it's very low mile, especially if it's diesel. All right, boom, 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 boom. This is a nice one. At 118,000 miles, it got a new radiator. Looks like it's been serviced pretty well. Actually, really well. Taken to the Ford dealer too, and to Folsom Glen Car Wash and lube. So here, 7/4 of 18, involved in a side swipe collision. I don't know if I call that a collision. I call it more like you probably ran somebody off the road and touched something. Anyway, here's Monsoon doing our service, 120 of 22. All the stuff can't fit in their thing. There's a lot more than that, but you've seen the receipts for it, and they'll be in the ad. Here's the title. There's your VIN for an 04 Ford. This is the guy who traded in to CarMax. CarMax assigned it over to Crosscut. Okay? So that's that. Real boring. I gotta hurry up here because I'm gonna be behind schedule. I got 17 minutes and 38 seconds to do these. So this is what I think it is. It's this little swipe here. Little black touch-up paint, and it kind of got a little scratch in the glass. Of course, it's the spare tires there, so it's not like you're gonna notice it while you're driving, but my point and my job is to point out what's going on, not to leave stuff out, because who knows what's important to you, right? Okay. Key, well, let's make sure the key locks and unlocks, and it does. Okay, I'm gonna fire this guy up with the glow plugs. There they are, 160,626 miles. And all right, so let's see, I opened the hood. Let's go into the hood real quick. Alright, under the hood. Ford stamp here, so you got an original fender. There's your new coolant bottle. Ford stamp on the core support right there. Stickers where they belong. Should be one right here. There's another Ford stamp, so you got an original fender here. And right here, you got the original hood stamp. So everything's where it belongs up front. That's beautiful. No blow by at all. That is excellent. I'm glad I didn't lock myself out lately on this side. I've been doing that lately. Going too fast and locking myself out. Seat forward, seat back, whole seat up, whole seat down, rear seat up and down, front of the seat up and down. No surprises under that. WeatherTech mats, that's kind of cool. Those are expensive. This thing is kind of velcroed up. Somebody's broken the tab off it. That's a sunglass chingazo. Guess if you were a qualified handyman, you'd probably be able to figure out a better way to do that. Let's see. So, go like this, slide the whole seat forward. There's your rear seat, looks great. Doesn't look like many people sat in that seat. All right, slide that back. Boom. Nothing there. Air conditioning controls. Let's see. Oh, they got the AC off up there. We gotta turn the AC on up here. 2. Boom. All right, now, yes, now we have AC up here. All right, let that run for a second, make sure it cools off. It's about 73 right now, so I'll have to get quite a bit cooler to know it's cool. All right. Oh yeah, it's already cool. Perfect. All right. Boom. All right. Window. I gotta close that door. Ding dong. Window. window, mirror out, in, up, and down. Other side. Oh crap, you can't see the other side, huh? So after you don't close the damn door. By the way, these things are becoming really rare, people. Really rare. We've got 2 of them right now. That one and this one. That one's really low miles. Out, in, down, up. Okay. Seat, forward, back, whole seat up, whole seat down, front up, front down, rear up, rear down, tilt wheel, windshield wipers. Get in the truck, turn off the air because that one's freezing in here. That's enough of that. All right. It's got some aftermarket trailer brake here. No idea about this thing, if it works or not. We're not going to deal with that. That's aftermarket stuff. Adjustable pedals work fine. Let's see, we got the English going on here. And then you go, boom. USB, blah, blah. There's probably plugs in the back where you have to put an USB in. Let's see. I don't even know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. I can prove it. Anyway, that's your job. There's overdrive off and on. I'll put it in neutral. I'm gonna go to 4 low. We're in 4 low. Go drive. And then reverse. It does have a backup camera. There you go. Okay. Neutral. Now we're gonna go to 4 high. I'm gonna go from low range to 4x4. Okay. That's 4 high, a little bit quicker. All right. Neutral. Now we're gonna go to 2-wheel drive. 4x4 goes away. We'll go for a ride. Let's see. You got your controls back here, up here, that I already know work because I've done them. That's that. All right. If you come to Tucson to drive this home, you will pay the following. First of all, you're going to pay taxes. Your state tax plus our city tax, which obviously doesn't go towards roads because look at the holes. This road is 4-wheeling. You know, so now we get to hear the spare tire, right? Oh, God. Which, by the way, that's my least favorite thing on an Excursion. Just FYI, is the spare tire. Because they all do that noise. Every one of them. And that's probably why you see them with roof racks with a spare tire on the roof. A, it gives you more space, and B, they don't have to listen to that. That's absolutely ridiculous. They were like that brand new, by the way. What else? All right, so you're gonna pay your state tax rate plus our city tax of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee if you plan on picking it up in person. I would also suggest you make an appointment at Discount Tires to get new tires for it because it's not gonna go a long way on the tires that it has, okay? What else? If you're gonna pay by wire and ship out of state, all you're gonna pay is agreed upon price and that's it. No tax, no dock fee, nothing. Once we receive full payment by wire, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We'll sign it off to you, scan it in your online file and mail it to you. We even scan in the envelope we mail it in, okay? You'll have the vehicle shipped to you. The shipper will drop it off. You'll have the title in your hand from their mailbox and you'll go get plates. It's very simple. If you need help with shipping, let me know. I can do it for you. We can roll the shipping cost into the price of the vehicle so you can pay once. Or if you want to do it yourself and you just need some phone numbers, we can share some numbers with you. Or if you just know how to do it already and you don't need me at all, that's even better. All right, you can do it yourself. All right. Let's see. Deposit. Deposit's $500. Once we have a deposit, we have a deal. Until then, this will save for sale. Please get your deposit in. These are very rare. I know they're expensive. I know. Trust me, I had to buy this too. But there are no more of them. and the ones that actually run are pretty rare. And the ones that run without blow-by don't happen at all. My 98,000 mile one has a little bit of blow-by. It runs great, but it has a little bit of blow-by and this one doesn't, which is interesting, right? So, anyway, get your deposit. Last part of every video, I say the same thing, and I will this time, just like I do for every one of them. please make sure you understand this. We don't have the bills that other dealers have. We don't have a fancy location. In fact, you know, we're four-wheeling on our road. We don't have fountains, and we don't have an attendant serving scones, and we don't have lattes being made for us. We don't have a game room for the kids. We don't have salesmen to pay. So we can sell this to you much cheaper than you would normally buy it. They also know at the auto mall that if you bought this truck from the auto mall, that if it breaks, you're gonna bring it in and say, fix my vehicle, I just paid, you know, $1 zillion for it. And because you paid so much, they'll fix it. In fact, they know that you're, you know, gonna be mad, and they know that they don't want to pay for it. So when they sell it to you, about $500 to $700 of every deal that they make is for future repairs on the vehicle. Just in case you show up, they'll pay for the repair with your money. Okay, well, we don't charge you for that either. You don't have to pay for the salesman. You don't have to pay for the lattes or the scones or the attendants or anything like that. You also don't have to pay for future repairs. In exchange, the only thing you're required to do is be the owner on day one. That's it. You're the owner on day one. If something breaks, if you don't like something, you're on the hook to fix it. You're saving a pound of money from us, so please be smart and don't call us and say, oh, a window motor went out, or who knows what, you know. I mean, there's a million parts and anything can break at any time. So, you know, we can't, if we'd be happy to fix things for you and pay for it if you would let us ask for another $2,000 and you would pay it. See, we're just giving you the money up front. So it's your car, fix it, okay? I can guarantee you that it will break. Every one of these cars will break. I guarantee it. You know, it could be the greatest car ever made. In my opinion, the greatest car ever made was a Toyota Matrix, and even that broke. I just had to do a timing chain cover, seal, and a thermostat, and I was devastated. 200,000 miles, and it finally broke. Piece of garbage. I'm kidding. It's a great car. Anyway, I think that's about it. Runs and drives great, steers great, even with tires that I think suck, but it runs great. I would take that stupid tire and throw it in the lake or on the roof, one of the two. Other than that, I love it. Thank you for your time.